Welcome to Sawdust and Cornbread. In this video, I'm going to share with you our struggle to find room for all of these towels in our minuscule bathroom and how I solved the problem by making a built-in shelf using a part from a fireplace. Standing in our tiny bathroom, I became exasperated trying to figure out a solution to the problem. We needed vertical storage space for our towels. The storage had to be shallow enough not to extend past the wall surface by much. Folding my towels flat in the traditional way was out of the question. Shelves to accommodate folded towels would extend too far out from the wall and keep the bathroom door from fully opening. I tried new ways of folding towels and discovered rolling them kept them compact enough for a very shallow shelf. In a moment of silliness, I rolled up a towel and stuck it between the studs in the wall. To my great surprise, they stayed there by themselves. This gave me a great idea. Since a rolled up towel fits between the wall studs, I could build a shelf into the wall using the studs as the outer frame. Now for the plan of attack. To keep all the towels from sliding down, they needed a flat surface underneath. I found the perfect solution in my basement, a discarded fireplace part. It's a wooden shelf meant to hold the base of an electric fireplace insert. I previously removed this part from my fireplace mantle when I converted it to use with a portable fireplace insert. But the problem is I could get two towels side by side on the shelf. But I'm not sure about your family. Our family uses a lot more than two towels a day. I needed to achieve some vertical storage in order to have enough space to store all of our towels. To allow more vertical storage, I grabbed a narrow scrap board and cut it into 3 parts. This would form the inner frame of the towel cabinet. Since the boards are narrow, it still allowed the towels enough width to stick in place. The existing wall stud became a divider, forming 2 equal sides for the cabinet. Installing the shelf parts into the wall is pretty straightforward. The fireplace base is one solid piece. Using a reciprocating saw, I notched out the center stud enough to allow the base to fit flush against the inside wall. I trimmed a small block from the notched out stud to fit snugly underneath and help support the base. Next, I drilled holes and drove long screws from underneath the base into the wall studs on each side. Decorative molding surrounding the base kept it from sliding back. Using a hammer and sharp chisel, I carefully cut away the impeding section of molding. Attaching the side and top boards of the shelf is equally simple. The wall studs outside of each side are nice and plumb. I drilled holes through my shelf frame pieces and drove screws through them directly into the studs. The top board had to be notched out in the center to fit around the center stud. Then I sat it on top of the 2 vertical sideboards, centered and squared it up, drilled 2 holes on each side, and drove screws through it into the sideboards below. I elected to line the inside with scrap drywall to finish the cabinet. I measured, cut, and snapped the drywall to fit inside the alcoves. Using a caulk gun, I applied construction adhesive to the back of the drywall and pressed it into the alcove until it stuck to the wall behind. I covered the center stud with the drywall as well. Instead of gluing the drywall to the center divider, I used a short drywall screw. I finished all the inside and outside corners just as you would any drywalled surface. Once everything was dry and sanded, I ran a bead of caulk along all the seams and joints. Once that dried, I covered the entire shelf with white primer. This is an unfinished bathroom, so I'm waiting to choose a paint color to match the tile once it is installed. Another thing we needed in the bathroom was a place to hang up these towels after we used them to let them dry. And I found a solution for that by going to the hardware store. I found some really cheap, sleek, minimalist chrome hooks that I attached to the shelf, and that way we could hang our towels to dry. I think it added a touch of functional class to the shelf. The built-in towel shelf has been a great help to us, and I think you'll find it a great help as well. Apparently not every bathroom has nice deep walls or is a large bathroom, so we can all use a little bit of help. This is one creative way to take one thing that I already had and turn it into something else. And you can do the same thing too.
Were you able to spot all of the hidden Mickeys and Disney Easter eggs in today's video? Here's a quick recap of where they were all hidden. Also, be sure to check in the notes area below the video to see all the Easter eggs in this week's Sawdust and Cornbread blog. Thanks for joining us!